What's up? What's up? What's up, happy people? It is. Let me put my headset on. It is Sunday, and it is day 2 of Plying. So, I'll wait and see if a couple of people join. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and get my yarn ready, my singles ready for Plying. All right, what I'm plying today is the Snowy Owl, which is a custom blend that was done for me by the Windswept Farms when they were in operation here in Virginia. It is a combination of brown sheep mills, U.S. wool, mohair, what else? Rabbit fur from Chris up in Vermont, and rabbit fur from the student going to Duke. So it's going to have a halo. I don't know if y'all can see that. You can see the fuzz on it, but it is definitely going to have a halo. Sometimes when it's not cold, I spin this outside on the porch because rabbit fur can be kind of fly away. So far I'm lucky. No one in my house is allergic to rabbit fur. If they were, I would have known by now. So I can spin it in the house. Play with it in the house. If someone in my house had been allergic to rabbit fur, then I would have had to have sold this because it's not risk. Hey, Shatika, how are you doing this morning? Oh, I missed her. Because it's not worth somebody being sick or having breathing issues because of your hobby. All right, so like I said, I always spin counterclockwise because I always ply counterclockwise because I spin clockwise. What you been up to, Shatika? What you working on? So I'll be moving every couple of pegs so that my plying is kind of even. It takes a little bit longer, but you can get more yarn onto the bobbin that way. I'm gonna have to go down and find my pliers and adjust these washers. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. My chair is creaky this morning too. I think my daughter still has my good pliers. My good Switch them around. All right, y'all, I'm back. I have returned. He's watching Charlie Brown, Christmassy stuff. Good morning, good morning. Yeah. So this is the only one I could find in my toolbox. People borrow stuff and they don't give it back. So what I do is I loosen the screw, I adjust the washer. I want the washer to be more like that so it doesn't then I tighten it back up so it doesn't pop off. You just have to do it every once in a while. Sometimes they shift because of how fast I spin. If it loosens up some from the yarn button up against it. Back in the day, I used to be an electronic technician in the Navy. So I am mechanically inclined. Even before then, though, I was mechanically inclined because I hung out with my dad all the time because I wanted to do what he was doing. So if he was working on a car, I was right up under him. If he was working on something in the bathroom, whatever he was working on, I was right there with him, learning how to do it, which is why a lot of the stuff that needs to be done in the household, replacing a toilet, replacing a drain, I'm blessed that I can do that myself. I don't have to pay someone to come do it. Now, as far as rebuilding my bathroom, something like that, if I wanted to, I could probably do it. If I have to, I know I can do it. Because my dad was a carpenter, so he was always had us helping him with work, with jobs. So, now these are going to be the opposite of these. So these got to go this way. And so, which there's nothing wrong with that, you know. As a woman, there's nothing wrong with being able to do stuff yourself, not being totally dependent on a man. Ain't nothing wrong with you being able to do stuff on your own. And I'm pretty sure my husband appreciates being able to keep $1 in his pocket because I could do a lot of this stuff myself. As his grandfather told him, your wife, she's real handy. He had a stutter. He said, you need to stop picking on my granddad. But that's how he said it. Because I put the new handles on his screen door for him. Because I got tired of when we would come up there to visit them in New York, that handle was always broke. And you had to mess around. And Jimmy had missed. Just try to, I said, well, if you need to really get in this house fast, like if you had stomach issues or somebody was chasing you and you're trying to get in the house as quickly as possible. And so there we go. They've been adjusted. So let's see how it goes. All right. I'm going this way. Opposite direction. Yeah, that's good. And we did 2, so we're on 3. All right. There we go. And so what I'm doing is I'm just laying the first row all the way across the bobbin. Like I said, if I had a auto winder, I wouldn't have to stop. The auto winder would automatically move the yarn around. Yeah, I've been sitting watching for a while and nobody was getting on. So I was like, I'll just do it. I need hours and I don't have my grandkids, so it's the perfect time for me to try and get on and get some video done. And it's cloudy outside. It looks like it's been drizzling, and so it's not a day to go out and mess around in the garden. As my grandma would say, this is pneumonia weather. And if you don't have to be out there in it, then don't. When the weather is changing like this, 70-some degrees one day and back in the 40s and 50s, the next is that's when you get sick. And I gotta tighten the bolts on this chair too, so I got to find my Allen wrench set. Now it might be out in the Yukon. So I'm just gonna go through switching off the pegs. That one might have to be adjusted again. Let's see. So I've been thinking about my garden, like going through my seed catalog and start taking some notes, figure out what I'm going to grow this year. I know I want to build some more raised beds with the old fencing. I don't know if I can make this. Trying to get it up so that y'all can see more of my hands. That might do it. There you go. This fiber was a really fun spin. It spun very easily. Like you get fiber sometimes and you're spinning it and you're having such a good time that you don't want the spin to end. And I think I managed to cram about 4.6 to 4.8 ounces onto this bobbin. And so I'm gonna have to probably ply I know I'm gonna have to ply off on 2 bobbins. I've gotten 4 bobbins freed up from that Romney that I was plying yesterday, between hanging out with my granddaughter, going to the grocery store, and then cooking dinner. Only managed to get those 4 bobbins cleaned off. So I got a ways to go. And I got to make tags for that yarn. I got to order some more bread bags to store it in. We are in Virginia, and although I haven't seen any wool moths up here, this is part of their habitat. I know they have carpet beetles in this state. Carpet beetles, carpet bugs, whatever you want to call them. So I would prefer to just be proactive and protect my wool and fiber, my yarn and fiber stashes. It's a little bit more awkward trying to do it like this, so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. I'll be doing like, this is like what I call short chains, because I'm not pulling my arm all the way back like I do when I do long chains. And by long chains, like you can see the short chain where it crosses right there is where I've pulled it. It's just like crocheting with your hands. So that's a short chain. You can see that the two crosses are close together. A long chain, I'm pulling back a good ways, like you can see from this angle where the triangle starts to form, how far down it goes. So that's like almost half of my wingspan, and that's what I call long chain plying. You can use short and long chains together. It doesn't really matter. Especially if you see that you're about to have a shift in color, which I don't have to worry about that with this yarn because it's all the same pretty black, speckled white, black, beiges kind of color. It gives it kind of like a little gray look to it. And so I don't have to worry about that with this. But let's say I did have a color change coming up, I could do like a little short chain like that just to keep all my colors together. And once you've been doing this for a long time, it's like second nature. You'll see it coming. You'll just do it automatically if you've been doing it a long time. So when you see my hand go out of screen, I'm doing a long chain. And this is a pretty balanced yarn already. I'm not getting a lot of pigtails, so it's not overspun. So I don't have to really worry about pigtails or curling or kinking, because you can see it's just slightly pull it and it goes away. So this yarn is going to end up being very balanced to start with. I'm not going to have to do a lot post plying to this yarn. It's a pretty balanced yarn to begin with. So all I'll do is I'll soak it in some wool soak, squeeze the water out, thwack it once or twice, and then hang it up to dry. So that one popped off. Let's see. Adjust this one. Okay. See if that works. Okay, nice. So what I'll do is, once I fill this bobbin up, I will probably see how much fiber is left on by weighing the the bobbin with whatever yarn is left on it. So it's gonna be like 4.6 to 4.8 ounces of fiber, and the bobbin, that bobbin right there, I think usually weighs about 3.1, 3.2 ounces. So you just see how much it weighs, and then I'll just spin it back to just full, not try to overfill it. And then I'll have 2 skeins of this yarn, because this is, even after it's washed, it's still going to be around a fingering weight of yarn. Like right here, you got like a little fluffy spot where the join is at. Just rub it, and that'll minimize that. And then when you wash it, it'll kind of all just even itself out anyway. I mean, this isn't going to be a perfect yarn because it has three or four different types of fiber in it, and it's spun pretty thin, and there's some little nips and stuff in it too. So it's going to be a textured spin regardless. So, you got any questions? Anybody got any questions? All right. So I'm going to show you guys yesterday's ply and what I'm working on knitting and crocheting wise. And then I'm going to get off. Because I know all y'all got other things to do today too. So the Falkland that was dyed in the greens and grays, these are the 4 skeins that I got from Plying yesterday. They have not been washed. I have to label them, and then they can get washed, or I'll label them because I want these to stay together, and I'll put them all in the same bag for protect them. But if I had to estimate, I would say there are over 250 yards in each of these. This one has more. I haven't did the yardage on it, but from my nitty knotty, I know how much yardage comes off my nitty knotty. So I just have to count how many loops I have, and then multiply that by the time, the diameter, the nitty knotty diameter, multiply that, and then I'll come up with the yardage for each of these skeins. So that is what happened yesterday. I worked on my daughter's fingerless gloves some more, and this is how the yarn is pulling, and that yarn is the Big Twist Living. Let me see. I'm trying to get this light to go off. Hold on. Okay. Big Twist Living. I don't know if it's going to focus, but it's 199 yards, and it's a size 4. And the colorway is 100% anti-peeling acrylic. And the colorway, did they put that up here? It's smudged. I don't know. And there's no lot number either. There's no art number either. So whatever the color is, it's smudged. You can't read it. I have 2 skeins of that, and the other skein is somewhere. I think I thought I bought 2 skeins of it. Maybe I didn't. So the other thing I'm working on is this V-stitch scarf. And the colorway is burgundy. And this is also Big Twist, their value yarn, 380 yards. And the colorway, see, burgundy. I'm not sure why the living one doesn't have the color up there. Unless that was it. Let me see. Oh yeah, I guess that was the color. So that's the art number. The colorway is called Community. And then that's the lot number over there. Okay. But this is I'm doing it in a V-stitch. And then I have ribbon, front post, back post ribbon on the bottom. And then I'll repeat that on the other end when I finish. So yeah, so that's what I'm crocheting right now. And that's pretty much it for this morning. I'm going to continue to ply for the rest of the month until I get all, I think I have 23 bobbins, till all 23 bobbins are plied. And then they'll be freed up to start in January for the new year of spinning and plying. 1 year I'll hit my goal of 20 pounds, which will make a significant decrease in my yarn stash, my fiber stash. So y'all take care. I hope y'all have a productive and fun day. I might be back on later. You never know. No grandbabies means grandma gets to play. Y'all take care.